Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. Although Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassatt noted a drop in COVID-19 testing over the weekend, he wants the community to continue taking the pandemic seriously. WYLN's Phil Kaufman has more.
Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassatt reported a significant drop in COVID-19 testing at local sites over the weekend, but doesn't want the community to take the coronavirus pandemic less seriously as the numbers of positive cases increase by smaller margins. Meanwhile, State Health Secretary Dr. Rachel Levine on Monday offered to help getting testing resources to Lehigh Valley Health Network and spoke of opening a mass testing center in Northeast Pennsylvania after Lehigh Valley updated testing criteria due to a shortage of test kits and supplies. Lehigh Valley announced recently new testing criteria that only symptomatic people at ages 65 and over, symptomatic people at a higher risk of complications, and others defined as symptomatic at risk will be tested for COVID-19. Cassatt said that the new guidelines likely contributed to a drop in the numbers of tests that were administered over the weekend, but warned against complacency, saying the problem is still here and the problem is growing on a daily basis. While he did not have a number of positive cases to report following a daily conference call with local medical officials, he doesn't want the community to develop a false sense of security as fewer people are getting tested. In the Tri-County area of Luzerne, Carbon, and Schuylkill counties, positive cases increased by 39 from Sunday to Monday, a significant difference from the 130 increase of last week. Luzerne County has 1,445 COVID-19 cases as of Monday, an increase of 35 from figures reported a day earlier. The number of deaths increased by 4 to 21. Carbon County, meanwhile, remained at 102 cases and 3 fatalities. In Schuylkill County, the number of cases increased by 4 to 192 positive cases and 2 fatalities. Cassatt said that in his opinion, people should be more concerned about the number of patients admitted in hospitals. While he did not have a specific number to release Monday, the mayor said that an alarming number of people are hospitalized, which should motivate people to practice social distancing and other safety measures. Reporting from WYLN News, this is Philip Kaufman.
Thanks, Phil. A state of emergency was declared in the city of Wilkes-Barre Monday after fierce winds took a quarter of City Hall's roof with them, leaving a trail of damage in their wake. Debris and roof tiles struck a parking garage across the street, as well as the side of a public square building that M&T Bank and Geisinger Health System have offices in. Wilkes-Barre Mayor George Brown made the executive order Monday, saying the disaster endangered the health, safety, and welfare of a substantial number of persons and property.
The emergency declaration was put out yesterday, hopefully to help us secure FEMA funds to offset the expenses we are going to incur in fighting all the damage that took place yesterday. We're going to have to do several hundreds of thousands of dollars in expenditures to try and take care of some of the damage. And I don't mean the roof on City Hall. I'm talking about a lot of the things that happen in the infrastructure. Also, a lot of our creeks and streams are loaded with debris, so cleanup efforts will be very, very expensive.
The 4-story structure at the corner of Washington and Market Streets in Center City will be closed for 2 weeks for repairs.
The extent of the damage is quite large. It actually peeled back one side of the building's roof. So what we're doing now is we are putting sheeting up to close it off so that it doesn't have any damage. The other side is actually, the part that was peeled off is resting on the other side of the building. There's a lot of debris up there. We had to close off 3 streets that surround City Hall. So when the workers are up there removing that debris, it doesn't cause a danger for anyone that might be in that area. They shut down State Street, East Market, and Washington Street. And now they're barricaded off with the fencing. And we have to get in there with our emergency crews to try and get that debris off the top of the roof.
The National Weather Service had Luzerne County, who got hit the hardest, under a tornado watch and warned of heavy rain and damaging winds throughout the day.
Of my mayorship, the first month was consumed by putting together a balanced budget. The second thing was the COVID virus that we're still fighting, and now the natural disaster that we had yesterday. So as far as normalcy, we have not seen normalcy in 3 months. The next week or two is very, very important regarding the COVID virus. I want you to stay home and stay safe. We have to make sure that we have social distancing, and I'm pleading with the people to make sure that they do stay home unless it's necessary travel or emergency travel. It's the only way that we're going to be able to fight this virus, and we're hoping that through the social distancing and people staying home, that we'll start to see some positives.
All malfunctioning traffic signals should be treated as stop signs, and curbside collection services will proceed as scheduled as city officials continue to assess the storm damage. 5 more deaths have popped up in Luzerne County as the number of positive COVID-19 cases continue to rise. As of today, Luzerne County saw an additional 77 positive cases. The Department of Health has documented 1,523 county COVID-19 cases total, with 26 deaths thus far. Statewide, the Commonwealth is at 25,345 cases, with 584 deaths. All those who test positive are being treated in hospitals or remain in quarantine at home. Health officials say while the number of cases continue to grow in Pennsylvania, the growth rate has recently slowed down. They credit social distancing practices, as well as the governor's stay-at-home order, which includes schools and non-life sustaining business closures that's in effect until April 30th. The Adidas warehouse in Hanover Township closed temporarily last week for enhanced cleaning after someone who tested positive for COVID-19 came in contact with vending machines. The company's food service provider notified Adidas officials about the issue. The distribution center closed April 9th and has since been reopened. Adidas officials said they're taking extra precautions to ensure their people remain safe. That includes staggering break times, increasing workstation space, and removing chairs in communal spaces. Governor Tom Wolf announced a new loan program available for financially strained hospitals. The Hospital Emergency Loan Program, or HELP, will provide short-term financial relief. $450 million will be available to the state's hospitals as they take on COVID-19 cases. The governor wants hospitals to be equipped to care for both patients and employees. The funding comes from the Pennsylvania Infrastructure Investment Authority and will be administered by the PA Department of Community and Economic Development through PA First. McAdoo police are asking for the public's help in identifying a man who allegedly urinated in front of a business over the weekend. The man pictured here asked an employee Saturday at Fegley's Mini Mart if he could use the restroom. After the employee told him bathrooms were for employees only because of COVID-19 restrictions, the man proceeded to urinate in front of the building. Anyone with information on his identity is being asked to contact the McAdoo Police Department at 570-929-2590. The Pennsylvania Department of Corrections announced the first coronavirus inmate death in the state. A 67-year-old inmate at the State Correctional Institution at Phoenix in Montgomery County died April 8th at Einstein Medical Center. The man had underlying medical conditions, and cause of death was determined to be acute respiratory distress from pneumonia caused by COVID-19. Healthcare professionals and emergency responders are invited to visit a local food truck tomorrow to receive a free meal. Wyln's Julie Stefanovich has the details.
In these uncertain times, the community has been coming together to lift one another's spirits. And that's why on Wednesday, April 15th, Jay Zapata's food truck at 22nd and Church Streets in Hazleton will be giving away free meals to healthcare professionals and emergency responders.
As Americans, we are helping each other. How do we know that we're doing right now? It's what we're doing is giving back to those that are on the front line. You know, some wards are military service now, and the health department, it's the doctors, nurses, and EMTs. So Zapata is committed to donate something. I mean, we don't have extra, but we're giving from our heart.
Doctors, nurses, EMTs, police, and firefighters can stop by the truck for a meal on the house.
That's the way that American is built, on trust and help. And these hard times, we stick together as an Americans. We are committed to feed those that are on the front line. That's what we are here for, to help each other.
Jay Zapata, along with other businesses, have been doing their best to cope with the COVID-19 situation.
First of all, as a human beings, we asked our staff if they wanted to keep on going. And somewhere, yes, they were very supportive. And then we, as a business, food business, we were trained to what the doctors are telling us right now. To stay healthy is wash your hands, cover your mouth, and do everything as they require us to do. So we're doing good. Business are up and down. It kind of hurts, but we know we are a food business. We are essentials, and we want to stay that way and keep feeding.
He also passes along a message to our Spanish-speaking viewers.
Hola, mi nombre es Ricardo Santos. Por favor, veámonos como una comunidad. Hagamos caso a las leyes de quedarnos en casa. Si usted tiene que salir a trabajar y es necesario y es esencial, con cuidado, protéjase con una máscara, lávese las manos.
Once again, Jay Zapata Food Truck at 22nd and Church Streets will be donating a free meal to healthcare workers and emergency responders. You can also watch episodes of Cooking with Jay Zapata right here on WYLN. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. Coming up on WYLN News, Pennsylvania gets a big thanks for all their hard work. Plus, free educational Whoppers. Who knew? But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
My name is Alexander Bonomo. I'm 12 years old, and tomorrow's WYLN forecast is partly cloudy.
Hey guys, this is Ray Merrill from Blaze Alexander at Buick Cadillac GMC. How about a great lease on these Buick Encores? Only $199 a month with breakaway mirrors. For $100 more, you can have the Sierra or the Acadia. Or would you prefer this all-new CT5? And it's tax match fever. We'll match your tax refund up to $1,000. And if you're not getting one, we'll give you a $1,000 trade assistance. So get down to Blaze Alexander, Greater Hazelton, take advantage of these lease deals, get yourself a Sierra, and see why we take the deals the other guys won't.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Looking for information on the coronavirus pandemic? Make sure it's from a reliable source. Go to WYLNTV.com and click on the Lehigh Valley Health Network banner for the real facts about the coronavirus pandemic. And watch WYLN News live at 5:30 for updates on this ongoing crisis. The source matters now more than ever. WYLN, we're your local network.
As Governor Tom Wolf updated the public yesterday on the state's response to COVID-19, he thanked residents for their cooperation. He started off by saying we're doing this together, even though we've been apart, and outlined what lies ahead for the Commonwealth.
The first stage, the one we're in now, is focused simply on buying time to allow our healthcare system to build the capacity we all need it to have. We cannot afford to allow it to become overwhelmed. We cannot allow this deadly disease to continue to claim more victims at an increasing rate.
Wolf wants this stage to be over as quickly as possible to start a transition back to normalcy.
This will require time, along with a recognition that the new normal will be very different from the old normal we had grown used to. We will need to build stockpiles of the things a healthcare system needs to face deadly infectious diseases. We will need time to develop vaccines. and we will all need time to rebuild our lives and our communities in ways that conform to the new altered normal.
He says in the meantime, we need to keep taking proactive measures to restrain the virus and flatten that curve. Feeling a little lost trying to find a job amid the pandemic? Well, the Department of Labor and Industry says look no further. Pennsylvanians looking for work can now find life-sustaining businesses that are hiring through a new online COVID-19 job portal. Job seekers can visit pacareerlink.pa.gov and select the green PA COVID-19 Jobs Hiring Immediately banner to see active job openings. Selecting the Apply Now button for a listed position will redirect individuals to the employer's website or email, where they can apply directly with the employer and speed up the hiring process. Life-sustaining businesses can feature job openings on the portal through an easy-to-use online form. Businesses must be life-sustaining and have more than 10 job openings. Burger King's grilling students with educational questions using free Whoppers as learning incentives. Students can get a free Whopper from the fast food chain each day for answering an educational question correctly. Burger King will pose a question each day in math, science, and literature on its social media accounts, including Instagram and Facebook. It's all in an effort to reward those who continue to study and learn during the pandemic. Students who get the question right on Burger King's app get a promo code for a free Whopper with any purchase. Their promotion runs through next Monday, April 20th. Coming up on New Angola's News Choice, stay at home for this Trooper Talk Tuesday and Community and You. Plus, I made the mistake of trying to walk into a local sheet store this morning. Stay with us.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
CARES is a local and family-owned agency dedicated to providing exceptional services for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities throughout Pennsylvania. CARES specializes in day and residential services, respite, home and community, behavior supports, and chaperone vacations. At CARES, the participants are the VIPs. Now contracting life-sharing and respite providers, CARES, empowering individuals to maximize their opportunities and potential in their community.
Have your event with Whitetail, graduation, birthday, bachelor, reunion parties? They have the most tranquil backyard experience with beautiful mountains in the background. If your company or business wants a different alternative to a golf outing, they have outings that can accommodate you. You can have the entire facility to yourself. They will work with you to set up your day of events. Sporting clay competitions, trap and wobble trap games, skeet. After a day of shooting, you'll return to a meal designed for you. Call Mike at 570-535-6123 for available group options.
WYLN presents Community Update on the Coronavirus, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. with rebroadcast at 7 p.m. and 10 a.m. the following morning. Brought to you by the Lehigh Valley Health Network, PBS 39, Adams Outdoor, and WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
And once again, it is Trooper Talk Tuesday, and with Trooper Anthony Petrosky, we talk via iPad, keep that social distancing going on. And speaking of social distancing, these stay-at-home orders that are going on right now, whether it's just Pennsylvania or across the nation, you know, what does the stay-at-home order exactly entail?
Well, you know, not to insult anybody's intelligence, but it means stay at home. Let's talk about it, though, because it is a hot topic issue. Unless you have to leave your house to help somebody else, if somebody else's life depends on you leaving your house, if you need groceries, if you need to go to the pharmacy, if you need to go get supplies, food for your pets. Other than that, you should not be leaving your house. Now, can you go outside? Absolutely. You can go outside. You can go for a walk. You can, get some exercise outside. But other than that, we should be staying at home. Now, these are guidelines. These are recommendations put down from Governor Wolf's team. This is something that, we're taking serious also in the Pennsylvania State Police. We want people to abide by this. It's for everybody's good so we can get back to normalcy. We're all inconvenienced during all this. We totally understand. We're not going to downplay that. But, we have to follow guidelines put out by our local governments so we can get back to a better life.
And in order to get back to that better life, yes, follow those guidelines. Yes, stay at home as much as humanly possible during these times. So after all of these stay-at-home orders were put out, local governments started to even instill curfews within their jurisdiction. I know that, Hazleton, Mayor Jeff Gassat recently put in the 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew and is looking to extend that as well. So what does a curfew entail?
Now, the Pennsylvania State Police, we do not enforce any ordinances put out by municipalities. But within those certain areas that have curfews, those municipal police, they can enforce those. What we're looking at is the stay-at-home order and the closure of businesses that are not life essential. That's what we more or less want to educate people about. Now, for the businesses in Pennsylvania, we're just over 200 warnings as of today. 0 citations for businesses. So across the Commonwealth, we've seen a lot of compliance with businesses because I think they know this is something that even though financially it's tough, and we're talking about people's livelihood here. So everybody's taking that serious, but they know in order to get back to normalcy, we have to slow down right now. We have to close these businesses. So across Pennsylvania, we've been seeing a lot of compliance. As far as the stay-at-home order, I believe there was 2 citations put out by the Pennsylvania State Police for individuals who were out with no legitimate purpose. Again, we're focused more on educating people. We want compliance on this. We're not just pulling people over because they're driving. We still need probable cause to make a traffic stop. But again, unless you're out for an essential reason, you should not be leaving your house.
It's honestly refreshing and good to hear that all of these stay-at-home orders are honestly going in a positive direction. You have a lot more compliance than, you would expect. Everyone always expects the worst, but people do understand that everyone is suffering right now. Everyone.
Right.
Even the people still working.
Correct. And I think people are seeing how serious this actually is, especially here in Pennsylvania. We have a lot of numbers, a lot of positive cases here. And I think people are seeing that and taking it serious as it should be taken so we can move forward and not backwards.
Now, is there one point that you really want to resonate with the audience regarding the stay-at-home orders, besides stay at home?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, unless you really have to go out for essential things like we spoke about, stay at home. We know it's an inconvenience, but stay at home so we can get back to normalcy. Also, one thing I want to touch on with the businesses, if you believe a business is staying open that you don't think should be open, that you don't think it's not life essential, don't call 911. We want to keep 911 open for emergencies. Call the police department directly that covers where that business is located.
Thank you so much for chatting with us today and really digging into something that has an obvious title, but a lot more meaning behind it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Of course. And thank you, everyone who tuned in for this Trooper Talk Tuesday in Community and You. Remember, stay at home. This virus is no joke. But if you feel that there is a business out there that is not life-sustaining, life-essential, and you would like to report it, do not. And I repeat, do not call 911. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Coronavirus is now in our community and changing the way we live, but rest assured that your partners at Lehigh Valley Health Network are here for you. If you think that you have coronavirus or been exposed to someone who does, the most important thing you can do is stay home. Lehigh Valley Health Network is providing free screenings online and by phone. Complete an e-visit, call the MyLVHN hotline, or do an LVHN video visit. Know the symptoms, get the facts, and get screened from home at lvhn.org/COVID-19.
You can still purchase gas at one Hazel Township business, but its convenience store has temporarily closed. Sheetz on Airport Road made a decision to close all in-store operations out of an abundance of caution to protect the health and wellness of its employees and customers. None of the store's employees have tested positive for COVID-19, and gas pumps will remain open so customers can pay for fuel with a credit or debit card. Sheetz will continue to monitor the situation in the Hazleton area to determine when it's safe to reopen its doors. The Pennsylvania State Police announced its training academy in Hershey will also be temporarily closed. The facility will be shut down for at least 2 weeks after a staff member tested positive for COVID-19. The 100 cadets attending the academy will continue their instruction remotely from home. All other activities at the academy were suspended back in March to promote social distancing between staff and cadets. That's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. You can get news updates on our Wyln News Facebook page or WYLNTV.com by clicking the LVHN banner for the real facts about COVID-19. Stay with us. Look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
In these uncertain times, you need to know what's really going on. The source matters now, more than ever. So turn to WYLN for up-to-the-minute information on social media, TV news updates at 1 p.m., 3 p.m., and 5 p.m., and WYLN News live at 5:30. Live local news and breaking news when it happens. WYLN TV 35, we're your local network.